GM Farcaster. It is Friday. Happy Friday. I need a Happy Friday banner. That's what I keep forgetting to do. And it is August 30th, and you are here with Nounish Prof and Adrienne for 29 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day. And I mean, we have to start with these amazing backgrounds that we were both sporting. So first up is mine, which this is the amazing piece that just dropped from Yellow yesterday with Priyanka. And this is from Toady Hawk. As soon as I first saw Priyanka's stunning Patrons of Blue series, I knew I had to reach out and ask her to be the first photographer to collaborate with Yellow Collective on our monthly Based in Yellow Artist Spotlight series. Happy to say today is the day. Yellow in Blue is a beautifully composed photographic diptych. I can't say that word. Channeling the vibes of Based in Yellow, available to collect now on Coinbase Wallet Minterface, which was new for me, by the way. So I hadn't minted directly from, like, this was dropped not through Zora or something else. It was directly through Coinbase Wallet, so it was kind of different. So
I haven't done the Coinbase Wallet Minterface yet.
I haven't either. So this was interesting, and I hadn't experienced it and I hadn't seen it. So that was pretty cool. But more importantly, check out your background.
No, not more importantly, I'm obsessed with Priyanka's photography.
Yeah,
She's
it is pretty
so
amazing.
talented. It's so good. And if you don't know about her, like, really check her out and mint her work. She's awesome.
And go check out Patrons of Blue too. It's an amazing hyper sub where she's dropping you a monthly amazing piece from her. So very cool. I have to go renew a bunch of hyper subs. So if I have expired in your hyper sub, it's just because I will rectify that very soon. And then this is from moshicam Robin. Please no Wells notice for us, Mr. Gary. You are so smart, funny, and badass. I love you so much. No one meant this unless I want to get sued. So we have this lovely
no one minted
Gary Gensler piece. Say that again. What?
So obviously no one minted it because no one wants to get sued.
No one minted it. I minted multiple. Yeah, didn't even hesitate for 2 seconds. So this is in relation to sort of our biggest news of the day, really. We have to kind of start here, although not directly related to, I just realized I wasn't following Devin. I should rectify that right now. Not directly related to Farcaster, but indirectly related to us all. This happened yesterday. OpenSea has received a Wells notice from the SEC threatening to sue us because they believe NFTs on our platform are securities. We're shocked the SEC would make such a sweeping move against creators and artists, but we're ready to stand up and fight. This is a move into uncharted territory. By targeting NFTs, the SEC would stifle innovation on an even broader scale. Hundreds of thousands of online artists and creatives are at risk, and many do not have the resources to defend themselves. In addition, standing our ground, we're pledging $5 million to help cover legal fees for NFT creators and devs that receive a Wells notice. Every creator, big or small, should be able to innovate without fear. I hope the SEC will come to its senses sooner rather than later. Yeah, you and me both and everybody. And that they'll listen with an open mind. Until then, we stand up and fight for our industry. Onwards. So this is pretty big news. This, I'm sure it's not a coincidence at all that it happened the day after a certain presidential candidate dropped a new NFT collection. So I'm sure these two things are completely unrelated. Funny enough, though, that collection is not available on OpenSea. So whole other thing. It's non-transferable, if you didn't know. So yeah, this was both shocking and not surprising all at the same time.
It's so absurd. I mean, like, it's so absurd. I've talked to a few people kind of not so, like, who haven't minted NFTs before, who aren't as crazy as we are and kind of live in the space. And they had the same reaction of like, what? Like, and however, I did kind of notice on Twitter too, and seeing kind of some people who understand it. And it's like, well, I'm not really in crypto. And they just see, all they see is the gambling and the casino and the, you know, and it's like, oh, good, this is what we need. We need regulation, and it's they lump everything together. So it's people are really uneducated and unaware, but it's
It's
wild.
yeah, it's the you know, this is a great point, and I keep making the same point. Is how long is the US going to waste money going after crypto and NFTs? Because they've lost a lot of every case that ends up in court so far. I don't think there's been one that they haven't lost. So they're spending a ton of money prosecuting in this area and losing over and over and over again. They have had settlements where they've essentially won, but it's been challenging. And one of those settlements was stoner cats. And I was talking about this the other night on the late night crew. So stoner cats happened, I don't know how long ago it was, probably 8 or 9 months ago. I think it was earlier this year. And I actually made an NFT with the descent from it. And Stoner Cats was an NFT project that did kind of treat NFTs like a security. So they were definitely on the edge, but the kind of sweeping analysis that went along with it, or like the sort of announcement by the SEC, made it seem like, you know, it could apply to anybody. And it really was there were some specifics about that case where I can understand it's a problem. And within the dissent from the SEC Commissioner, Hester Peirce, who's been, I wouldn't say crypto friendly, but crypto reasonable, right? And you might say crypto friendly, but at least like a reasonable human being. So when she writes her dissents, she's laying out, like, are you saying a Rolex is a security? Are you, you know, like, oh, this watch could be a security. This thing, you know, all these things, like thinking the way we're thinking. If you're going to put a Wells notice on OpenSea, then you have to do so on eBay and Christie's and Sotheby's and, you know, every collectibles platform, every art platform, all these things. So, you know, is Nike minting fresh new NFTs, you know, securities when they make new sneakers? Because those are getting flipped for,
When I buy a ticket to a
secondary
conference, is that a security? When I like, it's just
So I think trying to lump all these things together and just say NFTs are securities is ridiculous. And we all know that. We all know that it's just ridiculous because they can be so many different things. Are some of them probably, especially way back when and early on, were they being treated like securities? Maybe, but it's not a sweeping thing. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not a case actually comes out of it. I feel like this was just obviously politically motivated. So we'll see what happens. But what it did lead to was the lovely background you're currently sporting.
Can you see it?
It is so fantastic. It's one of my new favorite NFTs, my new favorite securities, if you will. Is
I understand also
moshicam.
now the stickers on moshicam. You know, I'm like, I'm not a sticker person. I'm old. I'm old and serious.
I'm older,
so I've
and
been
I'm
playing with
not serious.
but I'm obsessed with moshicam and I use it. And so I've been like trying to play with the stickers, and I'll put one on one of my pictures, and I'm like, man, I can't really do it anyway. I understand. I see product market fit now for stickers. Like there's not enough stickers to put on this one. It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's so good. I absolutely love it. So we appreciate you, Robin. This was pretty amazing. And it's really a great way to kind of mark the moment. I'm also trying to get
perfect use case for an NFT, by the way. Mark the moment.
Mark the moment. And I do have to say, like, that I was trying to get Jonathan Mann to jump on with us, Song a Day Man, because he has recently sued the SEC on this particular issue, to say that his songs that he releases every day as an NFT are not securities. And again, if you go back to a song called This Song is a Security, it's fantastic and it's a banger and it will get stuck in your head forever. So there you go. Old and serious, no stickers. they're all going now. They're debating the sticker comment in the chat. So funny. All right, moving into some other Farcaster news. Block has been released, and already we have folks creating for it. So This was from hello. And V had said that was fast. I like the Warpcast block API. Block is a strong, I would say stronger signal than following. You can build many things with it, such as seeing who is blocking you, who you are blocking, and who is blocking him among your followings, and viewing the global block list. I've added a feature that allows you to see anyone's block list. And there was another similar thing, Block Watch, where you could go check out if anyone's blocking you. I think no, you can see who's on your block list, and then you can see recent blocks. So if you're concerned about this sort of thing, there you go. But please remember, Adrienne, if you wouldn't mind giving our disclaimer.
If someone blocks you, the number of people who block you, the people you're blocking doesn't determine your self-worth.
There we go.
Is that it?
That's what I was looking for.
Because
yes.
regardless of who's blocking you, there can be someone who blocks you, but you're still good enough, smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you.
It's true. It's true. So please do not let somebody blocking you determine your worth, because it's not worth it. Moving on, boost in positive new things.
Oh,
Boost.
actually, just one more comment on the,
Okay.
I have to flip it. If
Okay.
no one has blocked you, because now people are throwing their blocks up as a badge of honor.
Oh God.
If no one is blocking you, that's also okay. It's okay if your takes are not hot enough to offend someone, it doesn't mean that you are not worthy.
Just try harder. That's what I'm thinking. Just try harder.
No.
No, just kidding. Please don't.
Okay.
Please don't.
Okay.
I really don't care if people, block, mute, whatever. Like first of all, I'm probably not going to know because I'm not going to be looking at a block list. But also, if that makes your life better, that's fine with me. Like I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, move on. Boosts. This is a fun new experiment. So Warpcast experiment boosts. A boost gives your account more distribution for 24 hours. Each day will give out 10 boosts to accounts that have less than 10K followers, have casted recently, have not received a boost recently, post bangers. That is a manual subjective judgment.
Oh, people don't like that.
I know, that's subjective.
The bots don't like that.
No, they do not. So I think this is a great experiment to try and get more folks on the timeline who may not be getting seen as much just because they're newer. And we have some, cool folks who have been on here and have seen some good interaction because of this. So that is cool. And this was from one of those folks who got boosted, hopefully. Come on. The Curious Hermit. Maybe. We're curious. I realized I really should not be logged into Warpcast, and that is what's slowing things down. Woke up to discover my casts are being boosted. It's not even the extra exposure that excites me. It means the humans behind the platform think what I have to share is worth boosting. I've got 17 hours left of my cast being boosted, so I got to decide what I'm casting today, which is hilarious because I just started a 5-class 17 credit fall semester today too. So I have to follow this person. So Gwen, congratulations on your boost and hope you used it well. But also, if you didn't get a boost, Adrienne.
Is it 10 people a day?
Yes.
10 people get
something
boost?
like that. Yeah.
Very, very small number. Do not think that only 10 people have worth. You also have worth. And I am talking to Naomi. You're good enough.
I know.
You're strong enough. You're smart enough. People like you.
We like you. We definitely like you.
Links,
it's true.
I know you're sad. You're still a worthy person. People love you.
It's true. You're still worthy. It's okay. Moving on. This is from Deodad. Come on. Day 4 of creator rewards. So this is the positive stuff. 28 first-time recipients today, 204 unique recipients all time, 21 recipients who received it each of the 4 days. So, Adrienne, I see your name on there. Adrienne's a 4-timer. Adrienne's
4-timer. Do
a
I get a
4-timer.
jacket do I get a jacket if I get one today at 5? Do I get a 5-timer jacket?
5-timer jacket. I think we need one. I think we need
Yes.
an NFT, a security, if you will, that can be sent, that has the little jacket, the little 5-timer jacket. For those who don't know, that's an SNL joke that we send out to all the 5-timers. I think that's a good idea. That's funny.
Ooh,
I love it.
yeah.
I love it.
Damn it,
And
there
this
goes
is
my productivity today.
there you go.
Gotta get me a
Yeah, that's going to
jacket.
have to happen at some point. So, by the way, if you're not following these folks, you really should be, because obviously they post bangers. Love that Afro Chicks is still in there, that Murtaza is still in there. Like, it's great to see folks who are fairly new to the platform, but have sort of really dove in and are producing some really great content. So cool to see. And then in related news, come on, you're killing me today. I earned my first $5 ever online by drawing a random stranger on the internet on Fiverr. It was a big deal for me because growing up in Africa, you don't have access to money in small jobs. I just earned my first $5 on social that felt earned and not airdropped. And so that's a cool thing to see as well. This can make a big difference for depending on where you are in the world. And also, again, I think it is that recognition that you're being seen. And this from Adrienne: took my $5 USDC top caster reward and bought some more Farcaster storage. But does anyone know the reason for discrepancy between what I see in cast storage and what's displayed in Warpcast settings? Did you figure that out? I assume it was the change.
I
Oh,
did.
wait.
Literally as I was typing it, I figured it out, but I
She
still
figured it
sent
out.
the cast. So I can.
Oh, wait. As I write this, I just remembered the storage size was reduced. So likely the UI and cast storage just hasn't been updated yet.
You know why I knew the storage size was reduced? Because we covered it on our show.
Yeah.
Because we dropped that hot news and I remembered it.
We talked about that. I do have to go back and check my storage just to make sure I'm still cool.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's really good. But are Fiverr drawing securities now? Yeah, good question. Apparently, it's again ridiculous. So we'll watch. We'll report back on the ridiculousness as we go. This from Dan: what else should we fix with direct cast? The more specific the request bug report, the better on our list. So no need to flag. Search, video, folders, composer actions, more developer APIs, e.g. read. So, or read, I should say. So, and do you have anything on your list? I don't think I have anything besides what they already have. I don't think there's anything else that I'm waiting for in DirectCast.
No. Are you a heavy DirectCast user?
I am, mostly in group chats. So I don't think I think that, I mean, I think there's some people still wanting like a lot of the Telegram functionality, which is just really good. It's just a little bit next level. So I think that's going to be tough. But I think we'll get there eventually. So, there's that. We've got pinning now, things like that. So there's a lot of things that have been added that kind of solved my main issues. So I don't have anything else, but if you guys have anything in the chat, drop it in the chat and we'll share that along. But definitely go put it on that cast as well. I just realized I wasn't.
Yeah, I just thought of one. I want to make one. I want to either make unread.
Oh, so you can go back and get the alert.
Yeah, I'm a completionist checklist person. So like I'll read something. I don't want to react to it right away, but I want to come back to it. I don't use DCs a ton, but if I'm going to use it more, I'm starting to use it more almost like it's like email. People are sending things that require action or work. And if it's going to continue that way, then I really need more reliability on the web app. I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, but the web app isn't as performant for me, like me and only me, apparently.
Only you.
Only me. So until the web app becomes very performant, even in low bandwidth conditions, I probably just won't be a heavy DC user.
That's interesting. And I have been using my Warpcast on web more often lately because I had some mobile issues. So it is definitely different. You definitely have a different approach to what you do, but it works fine for me for what I need. By the way, Trevor in the Unlily chat said, Trevor never got rewards. Am I worth enough, Adrienne? And yes, you are, Trevor. Trevor, you are worthy. So
yes, you are good enough, smart enough. People love you.
You are. We love you, Trevor.
And your self-worth is not derived based on whether some random arbitrary platform wants to give you a creator reward.
Wants to give you a creator reward, wants to give you a boost, wants to give you anything along those lines. Speaking of
Farcaster
creators,
is not real life. In real life, like in real life.
This is a problem
work.
then. My whole entire life now revolves around Farcaster, so this might be an issue. It's now my whole personality, so and my wardrobe. So this might be a problem. This is from Johnny. Creators have earned over $1 million on Hypersub. We launched 10 months ago. That's pretty awesome. So congratulations to everybody who has been on Hypersub, and thank you to everyone supporting creators on Hypersub. We definitely appreciate our Wow and Mole Hypersub, and we're going to have something fun for you for our anniversary show. So more next week. We have a few things we're working on, but I do have something in mind for our Hypersub in particular. So soon. This from Woj and Supercast. New Supercast release is live. No new features, just UX improvements as Supercast wallet is coming closer. I want to focus more on mobile UX. So for this release, I made sure you can properly navigate the feed, properly display the embed, properly interact with frames, etc. Not a huge release, but very satisfying since losing position in feed was #1 bug report since the beginning of Supercast. Now I will be able to go through all the notifications and reply on Supercast mobile as well. So that's pretty cool. Nice release for Woj. And if you haven't checked out Supercast, go give it a look. And this from Jan. This was part of the invitation meta. So since we're all nostalgic, this was my reason for joining Farcaster. Best email for invite. You will always protect animated PFPs, right? It's our top priority as a team. Chat, just in case you need me to tell you this is not real. Chat, this is definitely not real. So just want to make sure everybody knows that. Love Jan. He's hilarious. So the actual
because, and if you weren't around, because we explain old jokes, we explain the inside jokes. So if you haven't been around or on Farcaster 24 hours a day,
yes.
Warpcast launched support for animated PFPs, and people loved it, and it crashed the Warpcast, and they kept having to remove it because it would crash and not work.
And then
they bring it back.
Undefined found a way to go around, and then they shut it down like 2 hours later. It was really funny.
And the joke is just that like something as seemingly simple as animated PFPs will be the Achilles heel that somehow we can't handle. Like you got some of like top tier devs, and you can't have animated PFPs.
We cannot have. This is why we can't have nice things. This from Dan. Since today's meta is sharing Farcaster invite stories, here's some tough love for consumer founders. You're probably not schlepping enough. If your strategy is to get more users to open up your code editor, you're avoiding the actual hard thing of talking to users and then having them silently reject you after a few days. The first version of our Farcaster app didn't work on mobile and didn't have follows, @ replies, native image uploads, etc. Go talk to potential users a lot. And that's why, it is kind of it's not your worth, but it is kind of a big deal for those who were so early and stuck around, because there was a lot of churn. So that's why, you gotta get to the people who kind of stuck through all of that. But also, it has been fun to see the invitation meta kind of going around. And I do remember my original. This was really fun to see. I didn't know V invited anybody. So This is from @Todd. Super liking this cast. Also, finally found the initial invite I got to Farcaster from V early on. So that was kind of funny. And I don't think I've ever seen one that was from V. So that was pretty cool. And Phil commented, the rare V invite, a superhuman flex. Okay, I see you. So for sure. Because I think most people were invited by Dan because he was the one schlepping the invites. And this was from Tab as related. I thought he was a scammer. Dan boarded in torrential downpour outside a CVS. Any interest in trying out my new Twitter-like Ethereum social network? Thought this was spam for a second. Sure, we'll email you shortly. So I think there's a lot of that where folks were like, is this real? Who are you? What's going on? And that's why early on it was a lot of people that Dan knew or there had some connection because that's who was, willing to try it. What was your
invite? No, what was
yours? Mine was through Nouns. All of a sudden, a lot of people within the Nouns community started jumping on. And Dan's actually owns a Noun as well. So he kind of posted, hey, if you're in the Nouns community and want an invite, send me a message. This was on Twitter, send me a DM. And I sent him a DM and said, yes, I'd like to. I think you just had to say Nouns in a DM.
Right.
And he sent you.
Remember he would do the podcasts and he's like, if you want an invite, just DM me. And he would give like a keyword of the day.
Like elephant.
DM me
elephant
Ohio.
was one.
There were always states like send me Ohio or Colorado or Michigan in a DM and I'll send you an invite.
There was one time it was definitely elephant because I remember that and I was like, what?
Oh.
Like it was just so random. It was really random.
Well, I actually posted the screenshot of my Twitter DM that I sent him. He did not reach out to me. I was not on the list of people he was trying to attract. I had heard about it, sent him a DM. I've also blogged about it. It is one of the cringiest DMs I've ever sent. Now that I look back and read it, I was just like begging for the invite. And I thought you had to be a developer. Like I thought you had to be like in crypto as a real crypto developer. So I was like really beefing up my crypto credentials terms of like, this is the stuff I've been doing. And I listed it all out. And he's like, sure, email.
No. It's like, I don't care.
Like
just trying to get usage on my platform.
Like, please let me in. He's like, yeah. Give me an email.
Yeah, give me an email. I don't care.
I'm embarrassed by it, but
I love that story. Mine is so boring. It's really, really boring, and I love yours. I love yours so much.
It was very earnest, though.
By the way, this is really pretty funny. So Breck is in our chat on StreamYard. Breck, I just found out, grew up in the town next door, and our parents know each other. So there you go.
No way.
It was really funny. Yeah, small world. I said something about my Boston accent, and then he had reached out and said, hey, I'm from Brockton. I'm like, oh, wait, I know you. I think I know you. I know your family. So that was really funny. Yeah, center of the universe. This from dowjoan.eth, gonna start leaving parties like people leave social media platforms, just standing in the corner announcing announcement. There's nobody here I want to talk to and I'm leaving to spend my time elsewhere. Here's a list of all the things the organizer did wrong. While dinging glass loudly with a used fork. After 2 years of careful consideration, I have decided to leave this pathetic excuse for a party. The guacamole is subpar, and nobody will discuss fish with me. A list of the host failures. 1 to 86. And this was so funny to me because every time I see people doing this very big, I'm leaving, I'm like, okay, bye.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so funny.
That's actually what I love about that too is it's a great analogy because one thing I think like Dan has said in terms of like how do you behave on Farcaster, he's like, just imagine walking into a party. Like if you're new, you walk into a party, you're not just like, hey everyone, like you like kind of have to figure out like the vibe of the party and fit in. Like you don't just stand in the corner screaming. Which
that's a great point.
Yeah, if it's like, okay, we're social network and it's about relationships, like you kind of have to pick that up, but learn how to exit a party too.
Yeah, exactly. I did want to show this from AfroChicks. Naomi has been just killing it with the content, and she's now doing a 1-minute Warpcast workout. Thought this was really cool. I'm trialing a new format for today's workout. You can exercise with me in real time. And I thought this was very cool. So love this, Naomi. So it was a 1-minute core workout. So you can go work out with Naomi, which is amazing.
Okay, here's my question to people.
Yeah.
How many of you are doing the workouts with her or just watching?
Or just thinking about it.
I want to answer it like, but
Yeah.
I want to know who's actually stepping up and doing the workout.
Yeah, I thought about it. I didn't actually do it yet, but I was like, I really should start doing this. It would be a good idea. Do a little 1-minute workout with Naomi. This from Ted, and this was really funny as well. So Twitter cross posters never engage or reply. Also, LOL, Dwoofy. Oh my god. So what this was in regards to, the screenshot is from Mixalana, and it's a cross post. So he posted this on Twitter. It then also dropped in as a native cast on Warpcast. And what's been happening with this experiment is a lot of times those folks are not engaging on Warpcast directly, like they're not replying or anything like that, except yeah, they are. So this is pretty funny. So backpack, a small leather duffel, suit in a garment bag, folded all the way up. I'm sorry, sir, you have to fit it into the suit, into the duffel, which I am forced to do for the 30 seconds it takes to cross the threshold to the bridge. So bureaucracy. And then Dwoofy commented, Gen X in a big black duffel. Gen X in a big black duffel. And he said, please don't. And Dwoofy replied, too late. So all of that just to give that joke, because that was a banger. Dwoofy, that was hilarious. I laughed quite hard. But then there was also Brian Johnson replying to Rish. So we are starting to see that this experiment maybe it will work. We'll see. We'll see. I think the idea behind it is smart, in that we do know there are folks who they have very large followings on Twitter. They may not have the time to be posting in both places. So sort of this cross posting with a little bit of a boost might actually get them to realize that they're going to get better engagement over here if they do, but maybe they won't. This from Base. This was a little recap of Basecamp, which was, I can't believe, a month ago. So this was 1 month ago. Basecamp 001 brought builders together from all over the world. Over 350 builders gathered in the mountains of Idlewild to create on-chain future. Still day one. So this is pretty cool to see. I love this little recap video. I'm sure we're in there somewhere. Lots of our friends are in there for sure. I know there was a shot of Toady at some point, and I just saw Bull-eyed in there. So you'll know lots of folks in this recap. And I just have to shout out Base. That was an amazing event, and we loved being a part of it. So thank you for that. I can't believe it was a month ago, though. Like, that's crazy to me. It feels like it was just 2 seconds ago. I'm still not unpacked. Okay, we won't get into that. This is unsurprising.
But that's on you.
That's on me. It's totally on me. This is also unsurprising if you know me. So this is from Welter. V unfollowed DWR 8 hours ago from farcasterstudio.com. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, probably testing the block feature. So I thought also Taysante also unfollowed, which I thought was funny. So, and then this was from V, also was funny about the origins. I believe this is the origins of the, oh no, it's not, sorry. Video player improvements on Warpcast. Choose your playback speed, 0.5x to 2x supported. Annoying bug with shutting off audio and other apps fixed. Scrolling through videos much smoother. So thank you, Deodad, for making our video enjoyment that much better. And on that note, let me see if I can share this one as we head out. This was pretty impressive, but I think that, I'm hoping video content gets a little bit more exciting on here. I'm starting to see more people share, so we'd love seeing some video content on the feed. Where is the thing I'm trying to share? Now I can't find it. So there was a great video by Kevin MFer on the 5 USDC rewards program. So I'm just trying to see if I can share that because it's really funny, and we'll share that at the end. What did I miss as we head out today?
A great video also, while we're shouting out videos, by Ted, which was the explainer of the Gensler moshicam into feet pics. Into feet pics lore.
I forgot to grab that one. Yeah.
And
it's funny. So go check that out as well, for sure. And this is from Kevin MFer on the $5 rewards. So hopefully it can work. Come on.
To earn crypto by posting fire content that's got huge engagement potential with very little effort. Does that ring a bell? Yeah. Perfect. The reason I'm calling today, John, is that something just came across my desk. It's possibly the best opportunity I've seen in the last 6 months. If you've got 60 seconds, I'd love to share this game-changing offer with you. You got a minute? The name of the offer, USDC Rewards, cutting-edge program we're rolling out where we reward top content creators with 5 USDC. That's right, John, 5 whole digital dollars. And based on our analytics, those $5 could feel like a whole lot more when you think about what it represents: recognition, status, maybe even a slice of internet fame. Right now, John, the reward is set at 5 USDC per day for posting consistently. And let me tell you, John, our data shows that with a few days of solid content, you can see that stack up fast. Your earnings could jump from a simple 5 USDC a day to a whole 50 USDC. Exactly. Here's the kicker: you could stack those rewards.
Let's give it a shot. Let's do it.
John, one thing I can promise you, even in this crowded content landscape, I never ask creators to judge us on our rewards. I ask them to judge us on the opportunities, and we're offering you a slam dunk. And with this content strategy, John, based on every metric we've analyzed, we're talking about a viral hit that can take you straight to the top.
Okay, let's do it. I'll post a few memes.
A few memes? That's the spirit, John. Let me get your account prepped for tracking those banger posts so we can confirm your first 5 USDC payout. Sound good, John?
Sounds good.
Hey, John, thanks for your trust. Welcome to Warpcast on the Farcaster protocol.
Hilarious. So well done. That was hilarious. I don't know how long that took to create, but just bravo. And with that, everybody, have a lovely weekend. For those of you in the US, enjoy your Labor Day weekend, traditionally the last weekend of the summer. So enjoy, and we'll be back next week. In 2 weeks from today, we are going to be celebrating our 1-year GM Farcaster anniversary, and we are planning a 24-hour space. I don't even know what we're doing. And it's going to be a little crazy, but we're in the process of putting together that schedule and planning out all the things. And we're going to be reaching out to a lot of you who are in this chat right now, are going to be hearing from us with some invitations to come join us and do some fun things. So we're looking forward to it. So save the date. And with that, happy Friday. We will see you on Monday, back here again. And with that, everybody, bye-bye.